At 3:17 a.m., they will a gunshot victim into my ER. I'm 6 months pregnant, barely standing after my second double shift this week. I grab the chart, routine check, then I freeze. Because the man bleeding out on my table? He's the father of my baby. And he has no idea I even exist. I let that sink in for 1 second. 1 heartbeat. Before taking a deep breath. I know what's coming next. Trauma. Chaos. Impossible stakes. Let me back up. I came to Seoul 9 years ago with a nursing degree and a dream. Back home in Nigeria, everyone had opinions. You're 25 now. Time to settle down. Marry that nice boy from church. Have babies before it's too late. But I wanted more. I wanted to save lives in a trauma unit. I wanted to feel the rush of keeping someone alive when the odds were against them. I wanted to see a world bigger than the one mapped out for me. I wanted to prove that a woman could choose ambition without apologizing for it. So I left. I packed my fears, my faith, and every naira I had saved. I hugged my mother while she tried not to cry, though I could see it in her eyes. She thought I was making a mistake. And when you're 30 and alone, she warned softly, "Don't say I didn't tell you." Everyone said I'd regret it. For years, I didn't. I built a career. Became lead trauma nurse. Sent money home. Proved I could make it on my own terms. At 29, I even thought maybe I could have both. Met a doctor at the hospital. Korean American. Smart. Kind. Said he didn't care about timelines or what people thought. I believed him for 2 years. Until I met his family. His mother looked at me once and said she's nice, but not for marriage. Too black. Too foreign. Too much risk the grandchildren wouldn't look Korean enough. He chose them. I went back to being just the career woman who'd asked for too much. Then somewhere along the way, I looked up and realized I was 34. The dating pool had evaporated. Korean men my age wanted younger women. African men in Seoul were rare and already taken. Dating apps were brutal. You're beautiful, but I want someone who can give me more time for kids. My mother called last year. I told you, she said. You chose career over family and now look at you. Alone. And the cruel part? She wasn't wrong. Not because I'd made bad choices, but because the world punishes women for choosing themselves. So I made another choice. A year ago, I walked into Seoul Fertility Center alone. Hands shaking. Heart pounding. The receptionist smiled like she'd seen this kind of determination before. Like she knew I was making the bravest or most desperate decision of my life. I chose donor 284. Not for any special reason. Just something about that number felt right. Anonymous. Safe. 1 try. 2 weeks later, 2 lines on a test. After everything, something finally went right. For the first time in years, I felt like maybe I was enough exactly as I was. I thought I'd never see him. That was the whole point. Anonymous donor, clean break, my baby, my choice. But what I didn't know was that Seoul is smaller than you think when fate decides to play games. So last night, when they wheeled him into my ER and I saw his face for the first time, I knew. Same sharp jawline from the clinic photo. Same scar above his left eyebrow. It was him. Donor 284. Except now he's not a number in a file. His chart has a name. A real name. And next to it, in red letters, a designation I've seen before. High risk. Gang affiliation. Notify authorities immediately. He's the most dangerous man in Seoul. And I'm carrying his child. If you're new to Afro Seoul romance tales, this is where we tell stories that'll keep you up at night. Hit subscribe because what happens in the next 10 minutes, you won't believe. And part 2 drops in 3 days. Trust me, you'll need it. The head nurse appears at my shoulder. Kim. 20 years in this ER. Seen everything. Her face is tight as she reviews his chart. Your lead trauma nurse tonight. He's critical. Multiple gunshot wounds. Dr. Park is scrubbing in now. Get your team ready. I should recuse myself. Tell her I can't be objective. Tell her my hands are shaking. Tell her anything. But what comes out is different. I'll prep the OR. Kim nods and walks away. I stand there 5 more seconds. The baby kicks hard against my ribs. Like she knows something just shifted. Like she can feel my heart racing through our shared blood. I follow the team as we wheel him into the operating room. Sterile lights hum overhead. The baby kicks hard, reminding me she's here, alive, and dependent on me. I scrub in. Water scalding, but I barely notice. My mind spinning. The surgery ahead. This man on the table. The fact that his DNA is forming tiny fingers and toes inside me right now. That in 3 months, our daughter will have his eyes and never know it. This baby represents everything I fought for. Every choice that led me away from the life people said I should want. Every night I cried wondering if I'd made a terrible mistake. Every moment I chose myself when the world said I was selfish for it. And now the father of that baby is bleeding out on my table. I walk into the OR. My team is ready. Dr. Park at the head. 2 surgical nurses. Young resident who looks terrified. Anesthesiologist already running lines. They have him on the table. Monitors beeping. Oxygen mask. Pale from blood loss. I step up. Look at his face up close for the first time. He's younger than I expected. Maybe 30. Something almost peaceful about him unconscious like this. Nothing like the dangerous criminal his chart describes. Dr. Park is about to make the first incision when the doors slam open. 5 men walk in. No scrubs. No masks. No permission. Just black suits and dead eyes and an energy that makes everyone go still. They line up along the wall. Watching. Silent. The tallest one steps forward. Scar running from ear to neck. He looks at the patient. Then at me. His eyes drop briefly to my pregnant belly. If he dies, everyone in this room dies. Quiet. Calm. Like commenting on weather. The surgical nurse beside me inhales sharply. The resident steps back. Dr. Park freezes. I can feel fear radiating off my team. I look up at this man. 6 months pregnant in scrubs that don't fit anymore. Hands gripping the instrument tray. Baby doing gymnastics inside me. And I remember something. I've been underestimated my whole life. Too young to know what I want. Too ambitious for my own good. Too old now to have options. Too black to fit in. Too foreign to belong. I'm done shrinking. Get out of my or he'll die from infection before the bullet does. The words are out before I can think better of them. Silence. Complete silence except for monitor beeps. He stares at me. I stare back. The baby kicks hard. Like she's asking if I'm sure about this. Like she's reminding me I have more than myself to protect now. I don't look away. Then he laughs. Short. Surprised. He gestures to the others, and they file out without a word. But before he leaves, he looks at me one more time. His eyes linger on my belly. Something flickers across his face. Then he's gone. The door closes. My team exhales collectively. The young resident looks like he might be sick. Dr. Park looks at me with something like respect. Dr. Park makes the first cut. The surgery takes 4 hours. 4 hours of assisting Dr. Park. 4 hours of my hands working inside the chest cavity of a man I've never met, but who's been part of every day for 6 months. 4 hours monitoring vitals. Handing instruments. Coordinating the team. 4 hours of the steadiest hands I've ever had while my mind spins. The anesthesiologist keeps glancing at me, probably wondering how I'm so calm. The nurses work efficiently, but I feel their tension. Everyone knows those men are outside. Everyone knows what happens if this patient doesn't make it. But that's not why my hands are steady. I don't want him to die. Not because of threats. But because somewhere in this impossible mess, I realize I actually care. This stranger gave me the greatest gift without knowing it. This dangerous man whose child is using my bladder as a trampoline right now. This person who's been part of my every thought for 6 months, even though we've never met. The last time I cared about someone this much was 2 years ago. Different hospital. Different man. Different ending. That one walked away. This one doesn't even know I exist. Maybe that's better. At hour 3, everything changes. The monitors start screaming. Flatline. The anesthesiologist shouts numbers. I move fast. Medications ready. Dr. Park performs CPR. Defibrillator charging. I look at his face. Still. Peaceful. Gone. And for 1 second, I'm back in that other hospital room. Watching someone I loved choose his family over me. Watching years of hope disappear in a single conversation. The same crushing feeling of losing something you can't hold on to. The defibrillator is ready. Dr. Park places the paddles. Clear. His body arcs. The monitor stays flat. Again. Clear. Nothing. The nurses look at each other. The resident has tears in his eyes. I do something I haven't done since I was a child. I pray. Not out loud. Just in my head. Desperate. Formless. Please don't let him die. Please let this baby have a father even if he never knows it. Please. One more time. Clear. The monitor beeps. Once. Twice. A rhythm. Weak but there. He's back. Dr. Park closes him up. My hands finally start shaking as I assist. 2 hours later he's stable. Recovery room. Breathing on his own. Heart rate steady. Surgery successful. I should leave. Go home. Sleep. Let someone else monitor him. I don't leave. I stand next to his bed. Still in surgical scrubs. One hand on my belly where the baby has finally settled. The other hand hovering near his but stopping just short. He looks different now. Blood cleaned away. Color returning. The scar above his eyebrow visible in harsh lights. Exactly like the clinic photo. But also nothing like it. More real. More human. I don't know what makes me do it. Exhaustion maybe. Relief. For hours of holding his life in my hands. I lean down close. Whisper something I know he can't hear. You're going to be a father. The words hang there. True and impossible. His eyes open. I jerk back but too late. He looks up at me. Groggy. Confused. His eyes travel to me, then down to my pregnant belly. Recognition flickers. I know you. My heart stops. The baby kicks hard. No. Impossible. We never met. Anonymous donation. He can't recognize me. No, you don't. You're confused from anesthesia. You need rest. I start to turn. His hand shoots out. Grabs my wrist. Weak but insistent. The clinic. His voice rough. Barely a whisper. Seoul Fertility Center. A year ago. You were in the waiting room. Everything inside me goes cold. I remember that day. Sitting there filling out forms. A man across from me. I barely looked. Just a glance. Dark hair. Sharp features. On his phone. Looking uncomfortable. That was you. I never forget a face. The room tilts. This can't be happening. Donors and recipients aren't supposed to cross paths. Protocols. Separate times. Different entrances. But Seoul is big and small all at once. And coincidence has cruel timing. Why were you there? Out before I can stop it. He looks at my belly. Back at my face. Understanding crosses his features through the drug fog. Same reason as you probably. The words settle between us. You donated. He nods once. Movement hurts, but he doesn't look away. Needed money. They paid well. Anonymous, they said. Nobody would ever know. His eyes lock on mine. Searching. Calculating despite the anesthesia. Is it mine? Not a question. He already knows. I should lie. Laugh it off. Walk away. But I'm so tired. Tired of secrets. Tired of carrying this alone. Tired of pretending. The baby kicks hard against my hand. Like she's answering for both of us. I don't say anything. My silence is answer enough. He closes his eyes. His hand still around my wrist. Thumb moving slightly against my pulse. Counting heartbeats. When he opens his eyes again they're clearer. Focused. Anesthesia burning off faster than it should. Does anyone else know? I shake my head. Good. Keep it that way. He lets go. I pull back. Distance between us. Why? He looks at me like the answer should be obvious. Because men like me don't get to be fathers. The life I live puts targets on everyone I care about. If my enemies knew I had a child, they'd use it. Use you. His voice stronger now. The dangerous man from the files surfacing. You saved my life tonight. I won't forget that. But if you're smart, you'll forget you ever saw me. Raise that baby far away from me, and everything I touch should feel like relief. Permission to walk away. Keep living the life I planned. But it feels like loss. I don't want your money. Quiet. I don't want anything from you. I just wanted a baby. I know. His eyes soften slightly. That's why I'm telling you to walk away. You're a good person. Don't let me ruin it. The baby kicks. Hard enough I wince. He sees it. Eyes drop to my belly. Something crosses his face. Longing maybe. Regret. Something that looks like grief. How far along? 6 months. Girl or boy? Don't know yet. Wanted to be surprised. He almost smiles. What will you name her? Or him? Haven't decided. Make it a good name. Something strong. I will. We look at each other. Two strangers connected by biology and coincidence and one impossible night. The door opens. The tall man from earlier. Scar on his neck. Eyes go immediately to where I'm standing. To my hand on my belly. To the patient far too alert for someone who just had 4-hour surgery. We need to move him. Not safe here. He just came out of major surgery. Needs 24 hours monitoring. If he moves now, he could reopen incisions. Internal bleeding. Shock. The man looks at me with something like pity. Then at the patient. Tell her. The patient looks at me one last time. Really looks. Like memorizing my face. They're right. I can't stay. People who shot me will come back to finish it. When they do, everyone here becomes collateral damage. He sits up slowly. Pain obvious, but pushing through. Starts pulling off monitors. Machines beeping protests. I step forward. You're going to hurt yourself. You need rest. He swings legs over bed. Stands. Sways, but stays upright. The man moves to support him, but he waves him off. He looks at me. Thank you. For saving my life. For giving me something worth living for even if I can never be part of it. Starts toward the door. Each step clearly painful. Wait. He stops. Turns back. Your name. I don't even know your name. He smiles. Real smile that transforms his face. Makes him look younger. Less dangerous. More like the hopeful donor from a year ago. Better if you don't know. Better for everyone. Then he's gone. I stand in the empty recovery room. One hand on my belly. The other still raised like I might call him back. Monitors beeping. Bed empty. Blood on my scrubs. I'm crying. Not sad tears. Not happy tears. Just release. Exhaustion. The weight of a secret that just got heavier. I leave as the sun rises. 6:30. City waking. People heading to work. Vendors setting up. Normal life continuing like my world didn't just tilt. Home to my small apartment in Hongdae. Nursery half finished. Pale yellow walls. Crib I assembled myself. Tiny clothes organized by size. I sit on the floor. Both hands on my belly. Baby awake. Moving. Probably responding to my racing heart. Hey baby. Out loud. Your origin story just got complicated. Kick. Your father is alive. He knows about you. He's choosing to stay away to keep us safe. Another kick. I don't know if that makes him good or bad or just human. But he looked at me like you were already the most important thing in his world even though he'll never meet you. I tried everything the world said I should want. Career. Love. Marriage. All of it. And none of it worked the way it was supposed to. So I chose you. Just you. On my terms. And now your father is out there somewhere. Bleeding. Running. Protecting us the only way he knows how. I sit there until sun is fully up. Until my legs go numb. Until the baby falls back asleep. Then I stand. Wash my face. Make tea I don't drink. Stare at my phone wondering who to tell. But who would I tell? And what would I say? 3 days pass. I work shifts. Come home. Sleep badly. Dream about surgery and blood and eyes opening when they shouldn't. 4th day I'm at the nurse's station. Someone approaches with a small package. This was delivered for you. No return address. I take it to the break room. Open carefully. Inside is a wooden box. Hand carved. Beautiful. The kind of craftsmanship that takes time and care. I lift the lid. A letter and a photograph. The photo is of him. Not from the clinic. A real photo. Younger. Maybe 25. Smiling genuinely at whoever's behind the camera. Before the life he lives now hardened him. The letter is short. Handwritten. Neat script. For when she asks about me someday. So she knows I was human once. That I smiled. That I wanted good things even if I didn't know how to reach them. Tell her I'm sorry I can't be there. Tell her I hope she has your strength. Tell her she saved my life just by existing. No signature. No name. Just a small mark at the bottom. I hold the photograph. Long time. Staring at the face of the man who gave me everything and nothing. Then I place it back. Close the lid. Put it in my locker where it'll stay until I'm ready to give it to my daughter. Or son. Until I tell them about the night their father and I met for the first and last time. 2 weeks later. Another night shift. Are unusually quiet. Catching up on charts. Terrible coffee. 7 months pregnant now. Feeling the weight in my back and feet and heart. Kim approaches. There's someone here to see you. I look up. Confused. I don't get visitors at work. Didn't give a name. Just said you'd want to see him. Something in her tone makes my pulse quicken. I stand. Follow her to the waiting area. And that's when I see him. Not injured. Not bleeding. Just standing there in a dark suit looking like he owns the building. Looking exactly like the photograph except older. Harder. More guarded. Our eyes meet across the hall. He's supposed to be gone. Supposed to be staying away. Supposed to be protecting us by disappearing. But he's here. And I have no idea why. If you want to know what happens when he comes back, subscribe to Afro Seoul Romance Tales right now. Part 2 drops in 3 days and the twist coming will change everything. Hit subscribe. Comment part 2 if you're ready. See you in the next one.